Hi friends, this is Elena with the Star of Destiny and Angel Messages with Elena, and I just included another Etsy store called the Star Destiny Creations. So I am getting currently my resin burner and my Angel Wisdom Tarot cards. We're doing an unboxing. Even though I opened it from the package, I couldn't wait. I am going to use some resin that will be put in my shop, and I haven't had a name for this, but I'm putting myrrh, palo santo, frankincense, cassia, and cedar into my resin, and these are these pieces. Now the frankincense is called a frankincense tears because it's sap. It's hard with the waxy sap, and that is going to start melting first. And then I have a mix called the Queen's Resin and Incense. This is a mixture of cobalt, palo santo, frankincense, myrrh, and some other different things. And this will be in my Star Destiny Creation site. And I'm gonna I just put a pinch into my burner, and this is an electric burner. So I'm going to turn it up because I'm going to cleanse the box and cleanse the cards before we use them. And this method I tend to do more often than just knocking the, when I first get the cards, or before I send anything out, I want to cleanse the box as best I can from other people's energies. We want to keep the energies really nice and beautiful. All right, so this, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit more. Okay. I haven't started my resin burner since the spring when it was really cold, so I'm gonna just keep working on and getting a nice little smoke from it. And I don't want to smoke up my whole room. I will cough. But the nice thing about the resin burner is that you can put like a large piece of bark in there, and it will be good for several weeks if you have your resin burner on low. If you want to cleanse and purify, you want it just up, and you can unplug the resin burner because it has the burner flat, and then just take your feather and you can feather it around your home until it starts cooling down. All right, so this is without the plastic, and this is a gold band on here, the gold foil. This is by Radley Valentine. He is the #1 bestseller pre-sales on Amazon. So beautiful. I did buy mine pre-sale on Amazon. They actually shipped this on October 5th, and the date for his release was going to be the 6th. So there's not a lot of smoke, but there's some coming. So you just want to put your box over it, and you can feel the heat really good. Even though you can't see the smoke, I don't want it really, really high. But I do want everything to go through and give it a nice cleanse. All the cards are still bound together. This is just, if it's really flowing hard and fast, I really like doing this because it catches all the smoke in here. All right, so the box is cleansed, and this is a very beautiful, it's a very earth tone. So he really went like with the jewel colors into the Angel Tarot cards. All of the art is by Dan Craig, and it's just really beautiful done. So here's the #1, the Magician. Now if you had pre-sold your cards on Amazon and went to Radley's site, he had a lot of bonuses, like the 15 angel, the Hall of Angels it was called. And the Hall of Angels was, you know, all 15 archangels. And he did a video about each one of them. And then the other one was how these cards came about, how the page, you see the page growing up, you see different families, and it's like it has to leave, and then how bountiful the families are and how they kind of show up. So it's very beautiful. The Dreamer is the #1 card, and it shows what the Dreamer does, where all of the, you know, just like the growth of everything is just like where all the growth that happens, and how, you know, all the angels are in here and how they reappear. And so I would go and listen to one of Radley Valentine's webinars. It's actually just a radio, like a radio show. It's not really a webinar. It's something that you just listen to. And he did give a code to still get into that. He's very generous. Can't remember if there was, oh, there's meditations on there as well. His meditations are wonderful. I listen to them when I'm heading out the door, going to different things. This is like one of my favorites. It's the Release. I like Release and Let Peace. Azrael with the unicorn. But yeah, aren't they just really beautiful cards? So he also has symbolism in these cards. This is, I'm also tapping into each one of these. When you first get your cards, you want to acknowledge the cards, and then we'll charge the cards. So yeah, the symbols, there's 4 different corners. He has corners that has astrological, it has archangel, it has the elements, because like this is the fire cards. So the elements are in here, that is air, fire, water, and earth. And we're almost to the earth cards, which is Capricorns are the earthy ones. I think Tauruses are the earthy ones as well. So yeah, so, and we saw this card as the page, and when he was a small boy and the dragon was really small. So yeah, I really love the stories behind how he created them. Oh, if you love mermaids, this is very beautiful for water. Right, so we see these couples and we see the families. We see this man several times. Some of them represent the knight. One represents the king. One represents the empress. They're really delightfully done. I mean, I've connected with them before they were even out. So here's the family again, and here's the mermaid again. Oh yeah, so here's the knight. So he's not in his knight uniform, right? A little chaotic right there. This was done by a friend of his. And when you have the king and queen, they have like the same backgrounds, but just, you know, like these are facing each other. So here's King Arthur and the Excalibur, and then we'll watch him grow up as well. I love this one. So it's just, you know, very beautifully done. So, and here's the family that had to leave, and then we'll get to see that family again. So kind of like, you know, definitely get into his little masterclass for the Angel Wisdom cards, because it just kind of tells you, you know, see here's King Arthur as a grown man. He got this, you know, his sword out. So without, you know, going to, not knowing what was going on, see, and how these king and queen are a little different, but they still have the sword in there. Yeah, without going there, and here we'll watch the little girl grow up into this suit, and this is the suit of Earth. So yeah, I mean, I can go on and on about how much I love these cards, and I haven't even used them yet. So here the woman who was in the wheelchair is in the chariot. So that was one of his friends that did this card. So she's in here twice. Very beautiful coins. I like how Earth is coins. In Capricorns, we are. And here's the little girl. Now she's studying. I think that's the knight. Here's the king and queen of the coins, the pentacles. So very cool. So yeah. All right, so now that I touched them all and kind of give you a little preview of them, these cards is going to be like my favorite ones. Okay, so to charge them, and I know you're not going to be able to see this, I'm in a different kind of arrangement in this room. So I'm placing the cards over my heart, and I'm just going to sing. I love you, Lord, and I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul, rejoice. Take joy, my King, in what you hear. May it be a sweet, sweet sound in your ear. I like to go up and down the solfeggios. All right, so yeah, let's see if, I mean, everything has the contents, you know, the contents in the index that you can go in. It has an introduction. He always puts in how to work with this card deck, and he puts in the Celtic cross spread, and then he will put in another another one, a 3-card spread. Okay, so here's the guide to the reference of the 4 corners. So and these are in the, okay, so he has them, okay, so like it's just like, I want to say they're in all 4 corners, but like here's an Arcana card and they're in the bottom corners, but here's a suit card and they're in the top corners. So in the top corner of the suit, okay, this corner right here is your elements. So this one is fire. And then on the other side, it lists that this is the queen. And when you get into these cards, this represent on the left side represents the angel, so that's Raziel. Okay, and then the number on the other side represents the Arcana card. So the Magician represents with the number 1 the Dreamer card. Okay, so I think this is going to be kind of fun to work with. Right, and learning more of the Arcana cards and the archangels that is associated with these cards. So Radley said that it took a long time to put this deck together, and I think he did an awesome job. So it has a description on how to read the cards in the major arcana and the minor arcana, and then the elements, the Archangel Association, and the wisdom cards are all in there. So this is going to be kind of fun to play with this. I'm hoping to get into, oh, I guess the number 1 is Magician and the number 0 is the Dreamer. So the Dreamer is the new beginnings. The number 1 is the Magician. My fault. I'm hoping to do the psychic fair here in Tucson. I got approved to do that, and I'm going to turn this off now because it's starting to smoke pretty good. It smells really good in here. Okay, so we're going to do a 3-card reading. We're going to do... All right, so this is about challenges. All right, so what challenge did we have to face in 2020? Right, when we all laugh. It's like, I can't even count them on my fingers and my toes. Challenges, yeah. Tons of challenges. And you know what? My cards actually had flipped already. Oh, Dreamer card was upside down. It's funny. I tend to start tarot all upright. And then the ones that need to be flipped over, my angels flip them over. And it's like, no, angels, don't flip them over quite yet. Okay, so the first card I'm going to pull will be, what challenge did we have to face in 2020? Number 2 card will be, how did we handle it, or if we're still in that challenge, what change do we need to do for that? And the number 3 is the, what have I learned, or what will I learn if we're still, you know, making through that challenge. This is a new spread that Bradley had on his last webinar. So we'll honor him by doing that spread. So I'm just, all right. Oh yeah, these really shuffle nice. Just really nice and smooth. All right, first question. What challenge have I faced in 2020? What challenge have I faced in 2020? Look, that one. What change? What can I do to face this challenge? What can I do to change this obstacle? And what will I learn from this challenge? What will I learn? Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is the wheel of all the cards around the world. Isn't that so cool? I love that. I just love it. Okay. Okay, so what challenge and obstacle? All right, so this is the Knight. It's about being loyal, dedicated, protective, and apprehensive. Plan carefully before taking action, but then get going, right? We're not supposed to stay stuck. We're supposed to pay attention to details. Sometimes there's a wait for perfect timing, a guardian angel, or someone who watches over you. And this is an Earth card. So Capricorns, and Taurus, and I can't remember who's the other Earth element. I do have to write them down again. So it's preparation. It can be protective. That, yeah, that was the challenge, is to learn how to prepare. What do I need to do? Because, right, didn't we just go into this really weird, chaotic thing going, we need toilet paper and there's no toilet paper? And what I had to do when I ran out, because there was nothing, and I ended up having to order mine online, was I bought washcloths. And then when I used them, I put them in my washer with lemon juice, because lemon juice is sanitizing along with the detergent. So I had to do that for 2 weeks. Yeah, you just have to learn to adapt, and that was, you know, one of the challenges. So what was one of your challenges that you have went through? And please post that into the comment down below. All right, so what actions did you have to take? All right, this is renewal. you've gone through a renewal going through this challenge. And there's this family that's looking up. Not sure. I have to look into what the flags are on here. But reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Time to head to a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. So this is brought about life purpose. I have gotten more Etsy orders than I did last year, and it actually tripled my income this year. So I did not have to worry about my basic needs being met. For other people, it has opened up a life purpose for them too. It has opened up a time for renewal, for coming into ourselves, because now we have to deal with our families. Before, I could just go to work and not worry about it until I got home, and then the kids were in bed a couple hours, and then it would just, you know, it was like there was no time to learn to get along, to learn to continue to grow. So I really feel relationship-wise that was there. Now this is, I want to say this is Jeremiah, Archangel, that you want to work with. Let me just double check that real quick, if I can see it. Jeremiah, good. Haha, Jofio is J-O. Okay, so I did that real well. So you want to tap into Jeremiah and that Archangel for working through this renewal process into your life purpose. All right, and then what did we have to learn? Oh my gosh, that is so correct, right? All these swords coming at you with fire and passion and chaos. Oh my gosh, it's so right. And this is a woman, and it says protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. And this is for like environmental activism and animal rights. And this is Ariel, is the archangel that we want to work with here. And the 11 Arcana cards, and we want to look that up, is about strength. Ariel, the lioness god, or goddess. So and then the 20, right, XX is 20. The renewal card, yep, that's the wisdom card, is the 20 renewal card in Archangel Jeremiah. So yeah, it's just like all these daggers is like picking on you, and woo! Yeah, that's why I'm doing a reverse candle. If you are in my YouTube channel, if you're on my webpage, on my Facebook fan page, is I'm doing this reversal to get back into peace and harmony, because we are in Aquarian age. Aquarian age is working together, it's working in groups, it's working on social platforms. It's, you know, we had to really learn how to have a business and keep money in, because all of a sudden essential came up. And it's like, essential is all businesses. I don't care if it's, you know, for groceries or for carpentry. The matter of the fact is, employers employ employees who have to feed their families, and it is not right that something like this, even though, you know, virus, I've already predicted that virus last year. So if you were following me on my other YouTube, you would have understood that that virus was coming. I just didn't know exactly when, but I believe I had that dream between June and July, so it was in the process of being made. And yeah, then it infected in December. Antibiotics have been out since December, and yet we have no antibodies. So I just kind of feel like, you know, we have to be careful on not social contact, because we need to have social contact, because HIV has been around. HIV has been around for almost, what, 40 years? It's spread the exact same way through a mucus and spit, and that this coronavirus is, right, and this the crown. So it's just like, oh my gosh. I see a lot of prophetic things that are coming. There's a lot of things that man does to make prophecies be fulfilled, right? And they do it on purpose. So kind of be aware of that as well. So we only have one card that has a number card, and that is the 9. And then we can go the Arcana of the 20 card. So we have the 2 and the 0 is the faith, right? Trust and assurance that everything is working out while we're working through our challenge and obstacle, or maybe you already overcome, right? So beautiful. So there is something that is closing. So this virus is calming down. This political thing is coming down in the United States. I mean, friends will be friends again. Oh my gosh, I had to delete so many people. It's not even funny. And then it comes back into trust and assurance. Everything is going to work out. God, our angels, our ancestral guides, our animal totems, they're around us always. And look, my horse is here too. She looks like my shadow. So then we come into the 9 and completion. There's a completion that is happening. It's all fiery and cleansing and purifying. So just trust in that. It's going. Even in my candle burning right now, it's in the red. It was an orange, it's kind of like a reddish orange red, and then into the scarlet red. So there's a lot of root systems, a lot of things that are going to change, and it's like, you know, why is God not here? And it's like, well, God is. You're just asking the wrong question. All of those things are going to be coming up, and more like passiveness, apathy, like, I don't care. This is made on us, and it's like, okay, regardless, now where we're going to go from here. So we can't continue to go in fear, right? It's not right to be contained in the house, and then it's not right for people to take our houses because we couldn't work. All right, so you see that there's got to be some kind of a change to get our stuff back, to become more magical people. All right, so there's a couple of things that I'm adding, not only my resin and my incense, but also I'm going to make these little charms for intention settings. I'm going to teach how to do the candles, because you can do how to read your candles and how to put your intention in the candles, and the candles really show you how much more you need to do. We needed to be taught this in all religion. We need to be taught this across everywhere, because, you know, Christianity does like candles, but they don't teach you how to interpret them. And is my request being heard? And it's like, there's a lot of black and stuff, and it's like, oh, this is really bad wax or bad wick, and they're like, no, somebody turned it into a spiritual, you know, device, a spiritual tool, and they're not getting those messages back. So they're looking at it going, or they're not coming back. They're just out there, and they'll put it out there, and that's it. So, and then you see some candles are bright and beautiful and clear, and it's just like, what does that mean? It's like, everything is working. It's, your prayers are being answered. So so yeah, I will be adding that course so that you can know when your prayers are being answered, and how to meditate, how to focus, and not focus where you know, losing your energy, you're so tired, you're getting headaches, because it's not all just that. I mean, it's an embodiment of peace and love and joy all at the same time that you're praying too. So and it's like different ways and how to get into that in that example, because I want you to live a magical life. All right, well, thank you for joining me with the Angel Wisdom Tarot unboxing, and we look forward to seeing you at my Etsy store to do a reading or a candle reading, or, you know, just stop and say hi on one of my pages. I love you all. Bye-bye.